Man, I can't believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, made me go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Gun Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke out some weed, but you smoke yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She was spit in my face.
Take it, bitch.
She was spit in my face.
Take it, bitch.
She was spit in my face.
Take it, bitch.
She was spit in my face.
Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She was spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She was spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audit. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically, wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. "But I'm in a stall," she cried. "Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom," DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while. The woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, "Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom." And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh, man, I love that. It was great.
Update. Update. All right. Hump day, hump day, hump day. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hello, everybody. Good Good morning, Hezokuai land. RASH, rise and shine with Hezokuai on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Wonderful to see so many people here once again. And as per usual, let's see who the first person who made it in this morning was. Nancy Marcho. All right. You win the first happy dance of the day. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate the appreciation. All right, little Chihuahua, big world. What's up? Good to see you, Greg Jonick. Hey, how's it going? Nancy Marcho, Greg Jonick. Terry Barnes, what's up? Little Chihuahua, big world. Yes. Ikiss in the house. What's up, Ikiss? Good to see ya. Little Chihuahua, the tequila kid. All right. He ain't fooling around this morning. I'll tell you what. Scott Hamill's in the house. What's up? Nancy Marcho, Little Chihuahua. B. Barnes the second. Ray W., what's up? Good to see you. Great to have you here as always. And Terry Barnes, hello. Welcome back to you as well. Methodist Dave is in the house once again. Big hugs for everybody. That's what I love to see. That's what I'm talking about. Tanny, the super necessary BS detector. That's right. Oh, and I got some BS for you this morning. Woo! Hey, it's going to be a doozy. Oh, y'all have no idea. All right. Danny, what's up? Good to see ya. Welcome. Edie Marie. Oh, look at this. Your name keeps getting shorter and shorter. All right. Well, welcome. Good to see ya. Terry Barnes, Danny, Ray W. Little Chihuahua, Chelsea May, what's up? Good morning. Ray W. Little Chihuahua, Chelsea May, Greg Jonick in the house. What's up, Greg? Make sure you hit that like button. I'm not like an amazing orator or anything, but sometimes it's difficult for me to speak, like making fun of people like that. Like button is button, so it's actually difficult for me to say button because I'm so used to not saying it like that. That's like when people write in that Jeremiah language, like, "Hey, that's tomata." It's hard for me to do that. Especially, and to be perfectly honest, especially because when I was a kid, I actually was in speech therapy for a couple of years. So, like, I really trained myself to very properly understand exactly how to pronounce words properly. Like, that's the thing that I worked on for years. So it doesn't come naturally for me not to. Chelsea May, Salacious, what's up? Wait, what? Is P here? What happened to P Barnes? I don't know. Didn't he? Wasn't he here? I thought I saw him earlier. Yeah, he's right here. P Barnes the second. He's right there. What you talking about, Salacious? What you talking about, Willis? Ray W, Chelsea May, Danny, Edie Marie, Ray W. Stan Hankins in the house. What's up, Stan? Good to see you. Grandpa's in the house. What's up, Grandpa's? All right. Chelsea May, Terry Barnes, Greg Jonick, Salacious. Let's see. Danny May. Oh, Dad farted. There he is. All right. I didn't blame the dog, but I did blame the dog, but he blamed me back. All right. Miss Mandy 777's in the house. What's up, Miss Mandy? Ladies and gentlemen, $2 from Danny. All right. I hope you have a wonderful night for P. Barnes. All right. Yes, we all do. Don't forget to drop a like if you're already on the way out, or even if you're just here anyway. Hit that like button. Dang, dong, ding, dang, dang, dong, dang, nabbit. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you. Paracord Princess in the house. What's up? Great to see you as always. Salacious, Chelsea May, Danny. Let's see. Rajara's in the house. What's up? Been a minute. All right, good to see you. Let's see. VW, Little Chihuahua, Rachara. Who else is here? Chelsea May, Danny, Brian Showman. What's up? Good to see you. Highway Star. All right. Chelsea May. Oh, no. Today's the day to get sued. This ain't the real one. But that's hilarious. Today's sued day instead of hump day. It's sue day. King Stu 2000. What's up? Robert Custos. How's it going? Chelsea Me, Nancy Marshall, John Anderson, what's up? Good to see you. Darling Renee, Salacious. Who else is here today? Dad farted again. Salacious, Greg Jonick, Chelsea Me. All right, it looks like we're all caught up in there. Oh, look at that. There's P. Barnes the second again. What's up? And Salacious. All right. We're ready to get this starty parted because y'all know Daddy farted. You know what's funny about that? I was watching sometimes I watch reaction videos. And I was watching a reaction video and I forget what it was that they were reacting to. But it was amazing because right near the end of like when they were filming, it's like a group of like 5 guys that are all like listening to a song or whatever and filming their reaction. And they're trying to get the live real reaction. But I guess one of the dudes farted but didn't say anything. So then all the rest of the dudes are like, what the? And the other guy's like waving his shirt, trying to get it out of the air. And they left it in there because it's hilarious. But I was just like, what the hell? Hey, guy whose name I can't read. Welcome. Good to see you here. I'm here to shook, but there. I'm here. Too shook, but there. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Chili's Crusty Cheese. That's a great name. Damn it. Maggie K, what's up? Good morning. Happy hump day. Welcome to the show. And ladies and gentlemen, our top story this morning. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I was not expecting this last night. So there's this guy called EZ Cameras On. He's a frauditor who was on a live stream last week and started giving a lady a hard time because she stopped her car real quick to drop off a package. And when she stopped, she was near. She wasn't blocking. She wasn't in front of, but she was near a fire hydrant. I'll give him that. What's up, Arby? What's up, Grandma Bob? So he's yelling at her and yelling at her and yelling at her. Finally, she confronts him and spits at him, and he punches her in the back of the head and knocks her out cold. Gets arrested for it and gets 90 days probation. So I made a video about it. So, sorry. Apparently, he saw my video and decided to comment about it. I'm about to read a comment to you. Remember, this is coming from the man who punched a woman and knocked her out cold. And then when a man confronted him, put on that big heavy steel glove so he could knock the guy out too. And then when he got out of jail, went on live to complain about the fact that he can't beat anybody up for 90 days. So this is the type of person we're talking about. So he comes into my comment section and he says this. Okay, I got to put it in context. So let me play the video he's responding to first. Oh no, that's just a picture of it. Hold on, let me. Okay, it's a short of mine where I say in the short, I say from now on, if anybody asks me what I'm doing, I'm a journalist using my First Amendment freedom of the press to work on a story about auditors. That's the video that he's responding to. Before you said this, you were cyberbullying me. He's crying about me cyberbullying him because I pointed out the fact that he cold cocked a woman and knocked her out cold. What if, wait, I have to read what he said, and it's hard because my brain wants to read like proper English, but this guy can't type. What if someone you made fun of harmed themselves? Then you go in jail. All they got to do is mention you in comments before harming themselves. Then in jail you are. Okay. My response? Well, what if someone you audit goes home and harms themselves? Oh, you think they won't? Well, me too. Same thing. Then he didn't respond right away, but I wanted him to read that because he's trying to tell me this. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to his channel in his community section because, and I'll show you why, because I knew he did this before. This guy's such a tool. I just remember who this is coming from again. Like, okay. So now I'm in his community tab, and he puts this copy of 18 USC 2261A, which defines cyber stalking as the use of electronic communication to repeatedly harass or threaten another person, causing them fear for their safety or significant emotional distress. So he's saying that I am causing him to fear for his safety and that I'm causing him significant emotional distress. Now, remember, this is a person whose whole job as an auditor is based on feelings don't matter. What are you going to call the feelings police? Well, just because I hurt her feelings didn't give her the right to spit at me. So I knocked her ass out. Me. You asked in my comment section about if someone I make fun of harms themselves as a result of what I do. I ask you, what if someone you audit harms themselves after what you do? They won't, you say? Okay, fine. Mine won't either. What's the difference? I'll tell you what the difference is. You say I cyberbully. I say you flat out bully, which is worse. Oh, but you only bully people who you decide deserve it. So that means that it's impossible for them to be emotionally hurt by your words? Oh, but feelings aren't law. Okay. So if they do unalive themselves, it's okay because you make them feel like they want to end it is okay because you caused the distress and when you do it, it's fine? Or maybe because they're not humans, they're just public servants and you want them gone. So then he replies to that. Now, here's where it gets real good. This is why, like, I don't regret. I don't regret answering him because this absolutely illustrates why I don't waste my time trying to talk to these imbeciles. Because you try to make a legitimate point, and instead of coming up with a counter argument, what do you think he does here? I don't know if you can read it here, but it's okay if you can't, because I want to see if you can guess. Based on what we know about frauditors in general, what do you think his response is? He basically said, because there's certain words the YouTube doesn't take kindly to. But he's basically saying, well, what if you made me so sad making fun of me that I decided to myself? Like, well, what if somebody you harassed during an audit did the same thing? Are you saying that it's okay if they do it when you do an audit, but it's not okay if they do it because I make YouTube videos? Like, what are you talking about? So what do you think he does as a response? Guess, if you can't read, especially for those who can't read it, make out the words. Guess what his reaction is. Okay, here, we'll do it this way. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna make this an interactive thing. This is gonna be fun. Hold on. Where's my stupid StreamYard? Ooh. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. All right, so let's put it this way. Put a 1 in the chat. No, don't do it yet. Wait till you hear what I have to say, because you might gonna want to put a 2. I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat if you think his response is an intelligent, well thought out, logical answer to the question I asked him, or put a 2 in the chat if you think he immediately gets into the ad hominems and insults and the BS because he has no argument and is just going to be a bully and a jerk. I'm seeing a couple 2s. All right. So let's see. What's the first thing he says here? Let me bigify this a little bit and then zoom in and tell me if you can see that. That's me. What does that say? How does he start off his logical, well thought out argument? Oh, and look, he's saying, what was he just saying? He's saying that I was causing him fear for his life. So his response, you sound scared as shit now. Wait a minute. You came to my channel to say that I'm making you fear for your life through my videos. And your response, oh, you sound like you're scared as shit now, boy, with a laughy face. The hell does that mean? And then look at this English. Okay, I record tyrant. I don't really make joke on them. I expose them all that I want to. The letter U, take other people, work and talk shit about them, make money, e-begging. Dumb dance. He's e-begging with that dumb dance. How is acknowledging super chats e-begging? Have any of you ever heard me ask you guys to give me money? You guys give me money and then I dance because I'm happy because I'm acknowledging a super chat. Who the hell doesn't acknowledge their super chats? What a bunch of insanity. You don't got the ball to record someone in person, and no commas, of course. Talking like the letter U do. I guess not. LOL. I pray no one ever hurt themselves because, so my response to that is, so you prove me right by calling me names and acting like a bully? Good job. And what did I say that sounds scared? Do you even know how to read? Oh, now I got this all zoomed in. Wait, no, I want to zoom back out. No, not all the way in more. No, not all the way out. How do you make it get back to default? Reset. Okay. Oh, man. So anyway, I'm reading this and I can't believe it. So the next step is while all this is going on, he's got a live. It's on somebody else's channel. But he put a link to it and he said, come on, trolls. Come into here so we can hear what you have to say. So I'm like, you guys know me. When I first started doing this, I had frauditors on here as guests. I talked to them. I had conversations with them. But it didn't take long for me to give up on trying to talk to them because these are the kind of responses you get. Well, according to USC, blah, 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 technically, it's illegal to do that. You're stupid. You're dumb. I don't like the way you look. You're ugly and your beard's funny. Also, it seems to me that there is no real moral reason to audit, say, for example, a library. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Well, you smell funny and I don't like your haircut. Like, that's the mentality of these idiots. You can't talk to them. So anyway, but I decide, since he invited the trolls while I was in the middle of having this beef with him, to come check out the live on his buddy's channel. So I clicked on it. I went in there, but I didn't want to just jump in. I wanted to see what they were talking about, what was going on, see if it would even be worth my time and energy. Because I knew that's the problem. Because in the live stream, they were basically saying, well, the trolls aren't going to come up here, right? Like, but the thing is, it's like, well, yeah, of course not. Because we know what's going to happen, right? I get up there and I try to have an actual discussion with these guys, and they're all going to be like, you probably wore the mask when they told you, didn't you? You dumb, dummy, dumberton. Oh, and you do that stupid happy dance. Your channel is dumb. You only have 3,500 subscribers. You're dumb and you're stupid and dumb because you're a dummy and you're dumb, and we don't like you because you're stupid and dumb. So what's the point of that? Nothing gets learned or taught from that type of conversation. What's up, $4.99 from Phil? This is the chat you're begging for. Oops, I was surprised to say that part out loud. No begging needed. Just demand you dance. All right. All right. Thank you very much. So anyway, I go to the live and I'm lurking. I didn't say anything. I didn't, want to draw attention to myself. I just wanted to see what was going on, to see if I even wanted to be involved. So it's him and two other douche canoes. And I'm listening to them talk to see what they're talking about, to see if there's a way I could get in the conversation. I was in there lurking for about 45 minutes before I decided these guys are a waste of oxygen. I'm not even going to bother. Because there wasn't any dead air, actually. I'd play some of it here, but I can't because of the language. Or at least I'm not going to. Not on my channel. But I listened to them talk for 45 minutes. Non-stop talking. No dead air. 3 people having a conversation for 45 minutes, nonstop talking. And this is what I heard. I mean, all of it, the whole 45 minutes, this is what I heard. Shit, motherfucker, them N-word motherfuckers, N-words, shit, man, N-word motherfucker, shit, man, N-word, motherfucker, shit, man, N-word, motherfucker. And you know that motherfucker shit, N-word, and those damn N-word motherfucker shit, man, N-word motherfucker shit, man, and N-words, and those N-words, you know, motherfucker shit, man, and them shit with them trolls. And are there any trolls here? Come on up here, because those effing N-words and those shit, man, N-word, stupid N-word. MFers, motherfucker, mother puss shit, fuck, man. 45 minutes of that. All three of them. What the hell is that? These people don't even speak English. They just swear in incomprehensible circles of swearing. Like, I don't care if somebody swears. But I mean, throw a sentence or a paragraph in there once in a while. Like in between the swear words, like some actual words, you know? Some thoughts, some ideas, some predicates, some adjectives, a couple of nouns. What's up, Silvio? So anyway, what I wanted to say is you crackers sure say the N-word a lot. But whatever. Roisin, hi. Conspiracy, all right. What's up? Good to see you. It's in ghettoish, yeah. Yeah, I mean, everything that they've been saying and doing is just proving me right even more. Like, how dumb can you be? Like, and I mean, that proves their stupidity, right? It's like, you're scaring me. You're putting me in fear for my life. How dare you? I'm sorry. In what way am I doing that? Ha ha! You sound scared now, boy. I showed you. What? Well, you're stupid and your channel's silly. Ha ha. Okay. Thanks. Have a nice day, dude who loves to knock out women and is on probation while I can freely walk down the street and do whatever I damn well please because I ain't never been arrested. How about taking solace in that, smartass? You think you're all hardcore because you get to beat up women and get locked up and get put on probation for it? Now you got to be scared because you're worried because you don't want to break your probation? I ain't got to be scared of nothing. I can walk out there right now and do literally any damn thing I want, and ain't nobody going to say a damn word about it, unless maybe if I'm naked and one of the neighbors sees me, they might be like, dude, what the hell? And then I'll be like, oh, shit, and then go get dressed. Like, especially out here, because there ain't nothing out back. Literally, there ain't nothing out there. Some lizards and some cacti. I probably could go out there naked and no one would notice. Anyway, I don't have to worry when I'm walking down the street about getting arrested, but you do! Well, because they're tyrants? No, because you're a criminal. That's the thing that none of these guys ever seem to understand. And all of them, from the sovereign citizens, the Moors, all the way down to the Frauditors, who are the bottom of the barrel, by the way, of the sovereign citizen food chain. All of them, none of them understand any basic concepts of anything having to do with being a decent human being. They all seem to believe that as long as they don't cross a certain line, It doesn't matter how they treat other people because they don't want to exist in a civilized society. They want to be tyrannical bullies who bark orders at people. It's the frauditors that are giving the unlawful directives. Don't you tell me I can't film. So you want to control other people's freedom of speech that they're not allowed to say the words, please don't film me. So you want the tyrannical government to shut people up so that they're not allowed to ask you not to film. You're fighting against freedom of speech if they're saying something you don't like. They don't understand that if they break the law and they get caught, it's their fault that they broke the law, not the cops' fault that they caught them. Like, it's never their fault. He punches a woman in the back of the head, knocks her out cold. That ain't his fault. That's her fault for spitting on him. And then when he got arrested, that's not his fault. That's the cops' fault for being tyrants. You're driving down the street. You don't have a license plate on your car. You get pulled over. You didn't get pulled over because you don't have a license plate on your car. You got pulled over because cops are mean. Never take any responsibility for their own actions. They're irresponsible children. That's what they are. They're little kids. They don't care about other people at all. And it really bothers me, too, because we, the people, don't like these guys. The public, you know, the people that there is no expectation of privacy among, hate frauditors. And if that wasn't true, then how come every single auditing video, people in the general public are saying, hey, don't film me. Whoa, why are you pointing that camera at me? Well, don't approach the camera, oh, this, oh, that, or the other thing. It's the reaction. It's the fact that obviously the general public does not say, cool, it's a First Amendment auditor. Hey, let's pause for the camera. No, they're like, get that damn camera out of my face, punk. Because they hate you guys because they know you guys are scumbags. Did you guys boot him already? I didn't even mention him yet. And then I haven't seen him since. What's up, Holden? Morning, Rash Crew. That's right. That's us, baby. We ain't fooling around. It's Wednesday, hump day. Frauditors are just oxygen bandits. I didn't go to the movies yesterday at all. I had a thing come up with we had to take my dog to get her rabies shots, and then she's so old, like just standing in the place, her legs couldn't hold her body weight. Her rear paws just gave out on her. So then, like, after she got the shot, she started getting sick or whatever. So I just wanted to stay here and take care of her. So I didn't see anything this week. But that's all right. I'm sure next week I'll see the Guardians of the Galaxy or something. Nope, the tyrants do not care about their victims, and the frauditors are the tyrants. Ouch! Holy crap, hammer sauce. 3 ticks from the edge of the dog's eyelids. Oh, man. That's horrible. I hate ticks. Yes, hugs for my dog. Thank you. Her name's Angel. Hugs for Angel, Graham said. All right. Hugs and cuddles. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you, guys. Let's see. All right. So anyway, so now that we got that mentioned, let's see what our good friend is Unclean Hands here, because he's not going to like this. I'm going to play a Familia TV video. Look, I know that his intros and his commentary tends to be somewhat overly verbose and occasionally long-winded. But I still love the guy and I still support his channel 100%. So let's see Familia TV's take on this whole situation. Oh, yeah, there he is. My lights. Wait. They're on, see? Yeah. And look, I could do all kinds of fancy stuff. I can make it just green and red. Or blue and red, which is like purple. Just blue. Just green. Just red. Cycle. See, I would like the cycle, except I think it's too fast. I would like it to be more of a subtle cycle. So that's why I just leave all of them. No, yeah, see, that's the thing. It's some people feel that way, some don't. But I mentioned that Clean because it's like an ongoing joke. Here, whenever I play a Familia TV video on Clean's like, oh, we're gonna listen to this guy talk again. Like, here's the thing, and I've said this before. If I were to like sit down and have a conversation with him about his videos, I would say if he saw that as an issue, because he's said it before in some of his commentary, like, and people say I talk too much, but damn it, I want to make this point. And it's like, well, first of all, it's your channel. You can do whatever you want. But if you like, I'm talking to Familia right now. If you are concerned about that, I would say just intersperse like, don't get rid of any of the commentary, but intersperse it more throughout the course of the video instead of front loading the video with such a long, monologue at the beginning. Maybe chop that up into pieces and spread it out throughout the course of the video. That's all, But again, that's just like I said, it's from him saying that people always tell me I talk too much. It's like, well, again, if it's your channel, you talk however much you want. But if that is a concern of yours, then maybe, intersperse it more. Whatever. We're going to watch him right now. So there.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome
All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back to the channel. All right, now, so here's another few videos that I put together, whereas I want to continue to focus on the frauditors out in New York City. Whereas I mentioned already that a lot of the frauditors throughout the states are paying attention to what's going on in New York City, what's going on with Sean of Long Island Audit, as well as the BS that's going on with Brooklyn Apple Orange Thief. Now, again, some of you may not really understand how severe and concerning this is. I think I've mentioned it that the frauditors throughout the states now are unionizing themselves in a sense. They are trying to organize themselves, okay? Which I think you guys better take some concern to this because, listen, they are not only targeting the government, they are targeting we the people. Those of us that do not agree with their mentality, their way of thinking, that it's okay to put your camera in people's faces and so on. We are their targets, whether you want to see that or not. Now, again, I say the last video that I uploaded of apple orange thief talking BS on that live stream, which pretty much shows you that he's not remorseful at all, as well as that he's a bullshit. He's no real man. He won't own up to the fact that he got caught stealing. Okay, and to buy $100 worth and only give $50 for that, may I add, for those oranges, he considers that justifying his actions of stealing. No, it doesn't work that way. Not the way he went about it. Okay, so again, as I mentioned in that last video, I also introduced you to another frauditor who calls himself Kaz Running New York, which if you guys took a peek at his channel, then you know that he is another a-hole, another nasty individual out there, another street thug, may I add, who is, in my opinion, figured out a way of harassing police and using the Constitution to hide behind so that he doesn't get arrested for harassing the NYPD. Now again, I say, as I introduced you to Kaz Running New York as a frauditor that is out there doing the same BS that the Brooklyn Apple Orange Thief does, and as nasty as Brooklyn Apple Orange Thief is, I'm going to show you the next frauditor here that you guys are probably aware of because of the video that was thrown out there of him knocking out that EMT lady. Now, the individual frauditor calls himself Easy Camera On. Easy Camera On, guys. And let me just give you an example. I put two little small clips together just to show you that he is another nasty SOB in New York, another street thug that, again, I say, has come across these frauditor videos and said, hey, shit, here's a way of getting back at police for the shit that is happening to us, where their life has pretty much gone down the drain because a lot of these individuals having a felony on their history there stops them from getting a decent job. And hey, now they're pissed off at law enforcement. They're pissed off at anything that's good, law abiding. They are pissed off at it. Okay, it's just their way of thinking. So again, let me show you these two clips so you can get a better understanding of this frauditor who calls himself Easy On Camera.
Is there a reason why you relocate me?
What are you doing? Give me my phone. What are you doing? You're bad. You must not know me.
I don't know you. Yeah, right.
Give me my phone. Yeah, what are you
Give me
my phone. Anybody can. Anybody can. Give me my phone.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Give me my phone.
What are you doing?
I'm recording. I can record anything I see. Yes, I can. Anything I see. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Name and badge.
Here, take it.
McDonald's. Grab my phone out of my hand.
What are you doing?
McDonald's 5250. Name and badge. Witnesses. Oh, witnesses. Nigga, grab my phone out of my hand.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I was recording this officer. FRANCOIS.
You gotta sneak behind an officer and then videotape him. Go ahead, bro.
Powwows. You don't have the right to touch my property. You don't have the right to.
Ladies and gentlemen, $4.99 from Paul Rumor Fraser. Hezokuai, hey, Salacious Love from Edinburgh, Scotland. All right. And here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Woohoo. All right. Back to the video.
Touch my property. Fuck out of here. You don't have a right. CCRB, you're going to get in trouble, buddy. You're going to get sued. I don't got to move. I approach. I'm covered. Proof? What's your name? Officer Rice. 9254. SRG Group. All right. SRG's Group. Fuck out of here, nigga. You don't touch my fucking property, nigga. Don't touch my phone out of my hand. Have a nice day. We got 8681, little number 15, SRG 3. Detective car, a Ford HHG 5627, Ford Edge, SLG 4-door. Yes, this motherfucker's stupid. So cops think, oh, they could just grab people's phones and do what the fuck they want and not have us get angry. You touch my property, well, like, who's you to touch my property, period? You's a nobody. You's a cop. You're not supposed to do that. And then you expect me not to get mad, get agitated? You bugging. You bugging. You out of line. Internal Affairs investigate.
All right, so let me just inform you guys that this individual here, Easy Camera, does the same BS that Good Guy Audits does. He walks the streets recording the inside of police vehicles and waits to get into interactions with the officers. And that same BS. So I pay taxes and this vehicle don't belong to you, it belongs to the people, and so on. So he did this to these officers, and one of the officers snatched the phone right out of his hand. So now, as you hear him stating to his subscribers, what do these officers think? That somebody's not going to get pissed off at the fact that they just snatched the phone out of my hand and so on? And you would think his subscribers would say, well, shit, don't you think these officers are going to get pissed off at the fact that you're recording their vehicles intentionally to get into a back and forth argument? I mean, really, you got to look at the big picture here, where it just amazed me that he came up with this bullshit. Don't these cops understand that snatching the phone out of my hand is not right? And you would think his subscribers will say, well, you know, two wrongs don't make a right either. You recording the inside of their vehicles intentionally to get a reaction isn't right either. So, you know, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Stupid, you motherfucker, freedom of speech, motherfucker, you stupid motherfucker. Don't grab my phone, don't grab my property. Fuck out of here. You're a dirty cop. I can do what the fuck I want, nigga. I can do what the fuck I want. I can record anything. You don't snatch niggas' phones out of my fucking hand, nigga. Fuck out of here. I can come near you all I want. If you don't want to be an officer, then get the fuck. Then don't. If you don't want people next to you, don't be an officer. You work for the fucking public, bitch. Bitch. I did it again. I did it. What?
You have all evidence you need. You can leave now.
I don't gotta leave. If I'm free to stay, I'm free to go. If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. You don't gotta tell me to move.
Now you're creating a scene right now.
Man, I'm not making the scene. He should have never touched my property. He made the scene. You talk to your mans about that. Go talk to him. Get the fuck out of my face. Go tell him he was wrong. Go tell him he was wrong. Fuck wrong with you? Don't grab my fucking phone, you piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. You gonna get internal affairs, nigga. Internal affairs, nigga. I can talk all I want. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. And if you feel some type of way, suck my dick. Fuck out of here, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. 3 in a row. Pussy ass bitch, nigga. Fuck out of here. Go ahead. What's up? Go ahead. All right, boom. Fresh out the precinct. Got my tickets right here. Yo, I need somebody like lackluster to do some real investigation on these motherfuckers. Like, it says disorderly conduct, suck my dick, fuck you. That's why he arrested me. And then the other one says possession of pepper spray.
All right, so I think we could all agree on that. In no way are these guys holding police accountable. If we take a look at the big picture and we look at Good Guy Audits as well as this knucklehead, and there are a few others that, again, I say they go throughout the neighborhood looking for police vehicles so that they could record the inside of the police vehicles, which we all know is going to.
For those of you who missed the beginning of the show today, keep in mind that this guy that we've been listening to all this time is the same guy who last night came into my comments and told me that I was making him fear for his safety. He was so scared that I was cyberbullying him by making videos about him, making fun of him, and I hurt his feelings. Paul Rumor Frazier for £5. Good morning, afternoon to all you who like to point and laugh at brain cells challenge human beings. Call the ambulance for that frauditor. That's right. Thank you so much, and here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, man. Another Mensa candidate. Yeah, right? Wait, that was this clown? Yes. That's the guy. That's the guy that I was reading the comments from earlier, who left the comments on my page saying that me making a video about him is causing him emotional distress and making him fear for his life and his safety. The same guy who goes around, a white guy walking up to people saying, "Hey, N-word this, N-word, get out of my face, you dumb N-word, stupid dumb N shit ass cock bitch, stupid bitch." And literally knocking women out, punching them in the back of the head. He's afraid of me making videos.
To get them into a back and forth argument with the officer. Why? Because their subscribers want to see the officers be treated like crap, belittled and humiliated, and so on. Okay. And these frauditors want to throw it out there that they're doing this on behalf of the community because it helps the community out. Now, ain't that some bullshit? Okay. Because if the community was their concern, doing good for the community, cleaning it up, and taking care of anything that's bad for the community, well, shit. Why don't they go stand in front of that drug dealer's location that's selling drugs to the people and destroying people's lives? Okay, why don't they go stand on a public sidewalk in front of that drug dealer's location, record, show the people, look at this drug den here. They're hurting people. So
Ooh. Familia TV for the win. All right. Another 5 pounds from Paul Rumor Fraser. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, Frauditor. That's exactly right. Like I said, when I responded to him, he said, "You guys are cyber bullies." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're a bully. Which is worse?" Here's your happy dance, buddy. All right. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness gracious me. Stephen just made a really good point here. So what does he say? He says, Familia. He says, did you tell him? Yes, Internet God. Literally. Okay, so obviously you weren't here earlier. The whole thing started, I posted a short, and in the short I say, from this point forward, if anybody asks me what I'm doing, I'm a journalist using my First Amendment freedom of the press to do a story about frauditors. That's the short. Me saying exactly that. He was responding to that short. And the first thing he says is, before I saw this, I could have got you for cyberbullying. So he was responding to me saying that. Basically saying that if I didn't throw that disclaimer out there, then I'd be guilty of a crime. And then he put the definition of cyberbullying, basically saying that it makes people fear for their safety, on his community post. So I responded to that. You came on my page and said, I'm doing that. And I asked him a legitimate question. Because what he actually said on my page was, how would you feel if someone that you made fun of unalived themselves? And I said, how would you feel if someone you audited did the same thing? And his response was, yeah, but what I'm doing is legal. So then my response was like, oh, so you don't care about whether or not they die. It's not actually having empathy for other humans. It's just because technically, in your opinion, what I'm doing crosses the line legally, which is obviously nonsense. But the dude could barely speak English, as you saw clearly, let alone read and comprehend it. And the stuff I was reading, I'm paraphrasing everything he wrote. What's up, Care Bear? Good to see you. I'm paraphrasing everything that he wrote because I read it flat out earlier. Luna Nights, what's up? Because it's hard to read because his reading and writing skills are so poor. He's got like a 3rd grade comprehension skills level and writing level, and I base that on what he writes. You, letter U, are mean people, people, PPL. You are mean people to harass them is bad and N-word, and then you listen to him talk and well, here's some more.
Selling them drugs that are going to ruin their lives. Wow.
Oh, damn it. I didn't even get to comment on that because I saw some questions in the chat that I wanted to answer, and I didn't even get into explaining what I was trying to explain. So the point that Familia is making here is a good point. If you're really trying to use the power of the internet and modern technology to go out there and film things to make your neighborhood better, to make the world a better place, to make your community a better place, why don't you use your camera to expose the criminals? That's what he's saying. But no, you want to expose the cops. But what are they really exposing? What are they exposing? I've watched hundreds of these videos. And what are they exposing? That cops arrest people who break the law? No shit! What are you exposing? That they pull people over who don't have a license? And? Duh! Well, we're exposing what? That they pull you over if you don't have a license plate? Wow! What a concept! I'm glad you're out there exposing it. We would have had no idea that was going on. That they're arresting criminals. Whoa, thank God you're out there exposing that horrible tyranny. Arresting criminals, how dare they? Oh, wait, no. I know what they're exposing. Removing people from buildings that the people have been trespassed from. Is that what you're exposing? That they're doing their job? No, you know what? I take that back. Every time I see a video that does not end with the frauditor getting arrested, they're exposing the cops for not doing their job. The cops should be arresting the frauditors and hauling them off to jail every time and tasing them in the nuts 2 or 3 times per video. Then the cops would be getting a pass. $5, 5 pounds from Paul Rumor Fraser again. English isn't even my mother tongue, and I'm way better at it than this brain cell challenge. That's exactly right. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you so much. Ron Gross, they expose their narcissistic personalities. Exactly. Their stupidity and their evil is way on display. Hey, what's up, Big West? Good to see you, buddy. We're just talking about, if you just got here and you missed it, we're just talking about how this idiot left a message in my comment section saying that I hurt his feelings and that I made him fear for his safety because I made a video where I said it was bad that he knocked a woman out by punching her in the back of the head. And now we're watching Familia TV's video about him to see what a wonderful, upstanding citizen he is, even though the only words he knows how to say, I've listened to him talk a lot now. The only words he knows how to say are the N-word, shit, fuck, the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, fuck, and shit, and the N-word. Oh, and I think tyrant he throws in there sometimes too.
Why they don't do it? Because they know that there's nothing stopping that drug dealer from coming out and putting a bullet in their ass, okay? But no, they'll go screw with an officer who we all know is actually doing something for the people. They will screw with that officer because they know that the officer is playing by the rules. The officer doesn't want to lose his job and is really the goodness in an officer,
Like I
he's
always
going to
say, the
try to
cops are
control himself.
actually easy,
But you're
soft
going to get
targets.
an officer, as we all know, they are human. You're going to get that officer that's just going to get fed up with being spoken to like shit, treated like shit, and react to it. So I personally cannot knock an officer who is going to react to this attitude that these a-holes like to give them. Okay. But let's continue on with the next video that another sample of this a-hole and his personality.
Turn, my people. I have a turn. Yes. I got to get a light for the blunt. I see him over here on his phone. I don't know if you can see it very much, but he's over there flickering. Behind the coffee cup, right? And a building spot reflection.
Ladies and gentlemen, $5 from Chris Kelling. Thank you. Number one, good morning. Number two, it's all about reciprocity. Yes, exactly. Thank you. And here's your happy dance tag, nabbit. Thank you. See, I reciprocated the money. Did you get that? Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Personality, like he has one. He was looking for a fight and he got it. That's the problem. I mean, how many times have we said exactly that? All of these frauditors, they purposely go out of their way to get a reaction. And I've said this before and I've seen it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. If they don't get a reaction, they stay there and continue to push until they do. There is no such thing as a situation where there isn't a reaction. And if there is, then that's when the frauditor does the walk of shame. Or, well, I haven't posted any videos lately because I haven't gotten any good ones. Blah, 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 blah. How many times have you heard a frauditor in an interview say, well, no, you don't understand. I got hundreds of videos that I never posted because nothing happens. Well, wait a minute. I thought if you were auditing and exposing and reporting because you're a journalist, wouldn't you want to highlight the passes? Wouldn't you want to go out of your way to say, hey, guys, you need to call this place and tell them what a good job they're doing? Well, you're never going to hear that. You're only going to hear, you need to flood this place and tell them what a bad job they're doing. We need to get all the employees in this place fired. They walk into a place and nothing happens. They just don't even bother to post the video. I thought you were a journalist. A cop pulls somebody out of a burning building. They cover that on the news too. Not just the people who got shot that day. Not only the bad stuff. Yeah, I know they do tend to lean towards the bad stuff more, but still, you get my point. If you're a legitimate journalist, how come you don't report on the good stories? Oh, well, sometimes we do. I've seen some, but they tend to be the ones that they do post that are passes, tend to be ones where the people that they come in contact with, not only, like, in other words, when nothing happens, like they walk into a building, say, can I get a FOIA form? They give them the FOIA form. They fill it out. They hand it in. They stamp it and say, have a nice day. And that's it. They don't even bother posting those. But if they walk into the building and as soon as they walk in, the people there are like, It's that guy who audited us last month. Sir, please let us lick your balls, sir, and draw you a bath, sir, and bow down before you because you are the master of the universe, sir, and we will kiss your ass and lick your boots until we beg you, sir. Beg you, please, sir, give us a good review, sir. And they get their asses kissed. Those are the ones they post. What's up, Texas Tomb? So since you're just joining us, and for anyone else who's just joining us, real quick rundown. They don't want anyone to pass. No, they don't. They're looking for the confrontation. How many times, in fact, just yesterday I showed a video. How many times has someone gotten arrested, and as they're getting arrested, they say, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you. If I leave, are you going to arrest me? Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. What? Again, their ultimate goal, when I first started doing this, I thought that their ultimate goal was to have a negative confrontation for clicks and views. But I realize now that their ultimate goal is the arrest. Because, one, that gets way more clicks and views. Two, they feed that to their audience as proof that cops are corrupt. Look at them arresting me. How could they possibly arrest me if they're not corrupt? Why would they possibly arrest me if they weren't tyrants? Well, maybe because you're doing something that you deserve to get arrested for? Nope, that's not possible. There's no possible way anyone could ever actually deserve to be arrested. Nope, never happened. Where do they grow these asshats?
It's crazy. See it right there? They put it away. Put it away.
I'm sorry. I just want to say something real quick. I've been seeing in the chat, a few people have mentioned the new Dummy Kruger video. That actually is the next video on my itinerary for today. I wanted to wrap up this story on this guy, and then that was going to be my next story. I was going to talk about the new Dummy Kruger video. So, all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No. Stand in the block. Show like they do. I know what y'all do, patrol. See your protocol. See your patrol guide. Somewhere else, somebody else needs your help. Standing still is not helping nobody.
Stupid, dumb, ignorant, uneducated, frauditor, gobbledygook, nonsense, crap, and I'm tired of hearing it. DMA, Casey Camera Boy, SGV News, all of them always say that. Right now, what is he exposing? That this cop is standing there instead of beating up rapists and murderers. That's what he's exposing right now. They all have their communicator right here. They haven't had the technology yet for the Star Trek ones, but they got it right here on their shoulder. If one of those things happen and they get a whatever their local code is for real hardcore crime, 406 on Lake Avenue, 406 or whatever it is, guess what? They're not going to bother wasting their time with you. They're going to go to where they need to be. When they get the call, they're going to respond to the call. Well, what do you think they do? You think they're Batman? They just drive around looking for rapists and murderers and just happen to find them all day, every day? There's a guy walking down the street. Ooh, he looks like a murderer. Let's go get him. There has to be a murder. There has to be a rape. There has to be a crime. There has to be something going on. There has to be a bank robbery. There has to be a hostage situation. There has to be something happening that they get the call, and then they will go to the call, and they will take care of it. In the meantime, these guys do not understand prevention at all. And they don't understand anything about it. Learn how to read, you idiots! Read a frickin' book, please! None of these guys understand. It's not a theory. It's not an idea. It is a time-tested, proven, over and over again fact. This is why when fake douche Mike face ass William Turbot walks downtown Manhattan and sees 40 cops standing around, and he's like, oh, what are we paying you just to stand here? It's a proven fact that when there's less cops, there's more crime. People who are lunatics are going to do what they're going to do no matter what. But maybe a pickpocket or a purse thief or someone who's thinking of doing some petty bullshit crime, maybe somebody who's thinking about walking up to a lady and punching her in the back of the head and knocking her out. Maybe criminals, when they see there's so many cops hanging out, might hesitate. Maybe they might change their mind. Having the cops hanging out is a deterrent. And it works. It's a fact. Time tested and studied technique that works. That's why they use it. These guys, if you ask them why the cops just stand around like that, they'll say, because they're too lazy to go after real criminals. What do you think? You think the murderers are standing on by the corpse of the person they just killed going, hey, officer, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, officer, come arrest me. What planet are you from? Where do they grow these idiots? In a test tube, in a lab, in outer space. Morons.
Those are the crime lately been on the trades. You know, they probably got extra cops on the trades. Go patrol off the trades. Do something. Stop wasting tax dollars. What unit are you from? What's your unit, officer? What precinct? He gotta talk to the public. Gotta identify. What precinct you from? I can get as close as the one. As long as you're on the street, I'm on public sidewalk. I'm on public. I'm next to a bus stop too. If I want to get on, I can get on. What precinct you from? DEMENEZ. What PC from? Just curiosity. Public want to know. I want to know. I'm the public. You're not going to identify what precinct you're from, officer? Well, it's identify a precinct. So if I complain, if I want to file a complaint, I can't. He's not following the rules. So I'm going to show you the rules where you got to identify what precinct, his name and badge and everything. I'm going to look at the paperwork right now. Probably pop up in the corner pane. Maybe not. We're going to find out what precinct he's from. Most likely he's from Queens or Brooklyn. He's not most likely from the 43rd. I'm going to look him up. Definitely going to look him up. DCIM tags. Anyways, flashlight in there, as far as I can see. Look at we got a bootlicker.
Yes. Once again, we the people, the public, sees a frauditor and do they say, yay, thank goodness these people are out there fighting for our rights? No! They see me go, what the hell are you doing, you idiot? $5 from Chris Kelling. Wait, we actually are seeing Plan 9 from outer space? Ed Wood was a visionary. Yes. And here's your Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Thank you. For anyone who doesn't know, Plan 9 was to activate the pituitary glands of the recently deceased so that they would come back from the graves so that the aliens could use the recently dead as an army to take over the world. Good stuff. So what do? They raise vampires and the pro wrestlers from the dead. Anyway, Raven Wing for $1.99. All right, good morning. Ooh, we're gonna do the happy hump day dance. You got it. All right, here you go. I have no idea why that's hump day, but I was thinking like a pump, like a pumping something. I don't know. I'll just give you a regular one. All right. Thank you. And $10 from Maserati 5000 GT. Thank you so much. What a way to start the day. My blood is boiling. I wish the police officer would blow some of our tax dollars and tase this frauditor. Yes. Hey, you guys want me to beat the hell out of my voodoo doll for this guy? And here's a happy dance for you. All right, yes. Let's take a minute to torture who's now voodoo for a while to make us feel better about watching this idiot.
Hey, why me? Why do you always have to beat me up whenever one of these ass cracks make you mad? Just because they're my friends and I love them so much because they get to feel the police. And you don't. Ouch! No! Oh! Then you get it off your ass, okay? No! Ouch!
Thank you.
That number was called Stab the Voodoo Doll by Hezokuai Jenkins. And for my next track, we're going to do a song called Ladies and Gentlemen, Leland Squirrels is here. News Now Voodoo hasn't learned his lesson yet. Or has he? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Leland. Better now. Oh, my OMG. I freaking love News Now Voodoo. Good morning, Jammin' Jet. Frauditor follies, you forgot to say hello to Leland again. Well, Leland Squirrel made this for me. Leland Squirrels, as anyone else could see, is one of the best fans in the world. All of my fans are the best fans in the world. Love you guys. Oh. Ah, ah, ah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was a short interlude to lower our blood pressure a little bit before this till this lens licker brings it back up with this being white and using the N-word every other word because he doesn't know how to form a complete sentence without adding 387 curse words and racist remarks. So let's get back to it. I love you guys.
Yo, come over here, bro. Yo, come over here, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Why you come to the camera? Why you come to my camera? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Listen to me. Leave these individuals alone. You a fucking stupid civilian motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
So how you approach me? Get the fuck out of here, man. Go, get out of here.
Yo, don't fucking call me.
And get the fuck away from me, nigga. You came across the street to bother me. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not bothering you.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Why you bothering them?
You a boo licker? You lick they boo? You a boo licker. Get the fuck out of here. This is a boo licker right here, people. Dale pa allá, pendejo, dale. Exactly, who the fuck is you? Exactly. Easy's camera's on, pendejo. You don't like it? You don't like it? You don't like it? Get the fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face. Porque yo no está aquí todo el tiempo, pendejo. Go back to where you was at, B.
All right, so there you go. Another video there that shows you the type of a-hole this individual is. Now, mind you, I think we've all seen plenty of videos where these frauditors who say they're out there fighting for the freedom of speech. Now, when someone comes into contact with them and they're showing support towards law enforcement, now all of a sudden that individual is a bootlicker. A bootlicker. Just because the individual noticed that this individual here is harassing the officer and wants to stick up for the officer, now he's a bootlicker. The frauditor who says that he doesn't hate cops, he hates bad cops. Now, you can't say that this cop is a bad cop because he was just hanging out, because this is the way it is out there in the city. Okay, there are cops all over scattered in certain areas where it's a little tough at. So they have officers doing patrol, walking around the blocks and so on, and it makes the people feel safe, and that's a good thing. Okay, but this individual wanted to use that interaction of the officer hanging out as a way of making a quick video to make some quick cash on YouTube. Okay. And again, I say because this individual here saw that this guy was harassing the officer, wanted to put his freedom of speech to work to his advantage, but the frauditor, as we all know, wants to infringe. But also, the ideal of calling him a bootlicker just shows you their true mentality towards law enforcement. It doesn't matter if it's a good cop or a bad cop to these guys. It's the fact that they are police, period. Okay? As we all know, frauditors want to live in a society with no law enforcement, so they can do whatever the hell they want to do. These are individuals that have a problem with authority because it's stopping them from doing whatever the hell they want to do. Now, let's jump into the video that most of you guys have probably have seen already of him knocking out that female. Let me point out a couple of things that I found very troubling to me because, again, some of you may feel that I'm a chauvinistic person, and I'm not. Ladies, do not get offended. I pretty much was raised up where my father said that ladies, they should be at home taking care of the household and the kids. And let me say, that's not an easy job, okay? I did that single parent thing, okay? So I know taking care of the household and the kids and all that. It's nothing easy. But again, not to sound like a chauvinistic, that's the way I was raised up. The lady should be at home taking care of the kids. But again, if it were me and somebody smacked me or they spit in my face, hey, I'm gonna walk away. You know what I mean? A lady's not built like a man, okay? And for him to have knocked her out, that just shows you the chump that he is. And in my opinion, if it was another man, he probably would have walked away. But let's get into that video. Let me point out what I saw wrong and see if you agree with me.
Winston, James, Boulevard. No, fuck it. That's this one. Derek, I remember Derek should be on your head. Ma'am, you can't be parking next to no fire hydrants. It's an emergency. On the delivery. Yeah, it's an emergency. Something happens, you're going to get fucked. Look at plates, people.
Anyway, so now we all know where we're at now. We've covered this to death. So anyway, I just wanted to update that, especially after he contacted me and said that I'm the bully. And you look at the way he acts, and it's like, okay, so the guy who runs around, and he's not black, but he uses the N-word very liberally and swears at people and calls them names, calls them bootlickers, calls them scumbags, calls them N-words. A girl doesn't like him, so he sucker punches her by clocking her in the back of the head and literally knocking her out cold, gets arrested for it, goes on a live afterwards and cries and moans and complains about how he can't beat anybody up for 90 days because he's on parole. Calling me a bully because I made a video where I pointed out that he cold cocked that girl in the back of the head. This dude's as dumb as a pile of sticks. I've had stuff come out of my butt that's smarter than this guy. As far as I know, she's okay. I don't think as far as I know, I have no idea if she had any kind of a brain scan or anything, but I would think that when they were in the hospital, they would have checked her for any, like concussion at least. But all I know is that the state, because, okay, here's the thing. New York is not a stand your ground state. New York, legally, if someone attacks you and you can just leave, you are legally required to leave. He had 2, if not 3 opportunities to split. She slapped him, yes, and then started walking back to her car. He could have left at that point. But no, he chased her to her car. So then she turned around and spit at him. Again, yes, she did turn around and spit at him, but then turned back to go back to her car. Second opportunity for him to disengage, but he didn't. He literally knocked her out. So ultimately, they chose not to press charges against her for what she did to him because they told him, he said, I don't understand why my lawyer is telling me that I shouldn't pursue charges against her. I'm going to file a complaint against her. How dare she? Well, because you're the one who knocked her out. So if you're going to fight it in court and you're going to show that video to the jury and they're going to see her go, So your retaliation is not self-defense. Retaliation is not self-defense. Did she hit him first? Yes. But when he knocked her out, he was not defending himself from her. He was retaliating against her for what she did to him. Retaliation is not self-defense. It's just not. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to address something before we get to the new Dummy Kruger video. I was waiting for there to be a little bit more people in here, so it looks like we got a pretty good number right now. So I wanted to say this. I've told you guys this a few times in the past, and I'm saying it again right now because it's the 10th now. It's still very early in the month, but we're getting deeper. Every day we're getting deeper. And I still never really announced what the grand prize for this month's raffle is going to be. It's not a big mystery, okay? And it's not like I'm trying to hide something or I'm up to something nefarious or whatever. The fact of the matter is, and I've said this to you guys many times before, anyone who's been following me for a while knows this is true. I will not promise you guys anything that I do not physically have in my hand. I will order things, and once I receive them, then I'll say, okay, like every month I place all these different orders for all these different things, like with my cards, for example, right? I have to order them from the printer. I don't sit there with the brush and paint and make them myself, right? I have to order them from the printer. And it takes a long time for them to ship them. And then other things, whatever, you know. That's why I keep saying I got this that I'm going to do as a giveaway because I actually physically have the one I'm giving away right here in my hand. It's this rash cup in this box that I didn't open because it's going to be a giveaway. That's just one example, but I use that as an example because I physically have it. So the point is, there are things that I ordered for this month's raffle that I don't actually have yet. And I know that some of it's going to come before the end of the month. We still got, it's only the 10th. We still got plenty of time. So there's definitely going to be something. But like I said, I don't feel comfortable saying it when I don't physically have the items in my hand, because if something goes wrong with the shipping, if something that I have no control over happens and I don't get the stuff in time to give it away, then I'm a liar. And my reputation on here is completely destroyed. And I pride myself in the fact that I built my reputation here on YouTube for being a genuine dude. In fact, that was the thing when Team Skeptic first started coming on here and hanging out. He would always say, you know what I like about you, Hezokuai? You're a genuine dude. That's what I really like about you. I could tell, that you're legit. So that's important to me, to maintain that. So I don't want anyone to be able to say, hey, wait a minute. He promised us this month we were going to get this, and now he's saying, oh, the shipment never arrived. So I'd rather not say it until I physically have the shipment. Now, I ordered several different things. Right? So that's the other piece. Like, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, well, it's supposed to be this, but I'm waiting to get it in the mail. I ordered several different things to add to giveaways in general. I have some of the stuff ahead of time. For example, I still have a couple of the Schrodinger cat holofoil cards that I'm holding back to add to other future giveaways, right? I still got the voodoo doll, one of the original ones that I'm going to give away way down the road that I'm saving for that in my time capsule package, right? So I have little bits and pieces of things like the cup, but I have to wait until I get at least one more shipment in, or I see which shipment's going to come in time for the raffle before I announce what the raffle's going to be. So anyway, I just wanted to explain that because I've been getting some questions from people like, it's already the 10th and he hasn't said what it is yet. So I'm just letting you know why. It's not because I'm hiding something or because I'm up to something. It's because, like I said, a life-size bust of Hez, Graham, and Bob. Let me tell you something, Bob. I don't know if see, here's the thing that you can't really tell from here. All right. Obviously, I'm a big guy, and you can tell that. But even if I was skinny, I would still be a big guy. I have wide shoulders. I'm a big dude. So a life-size bust of me would be, wow, that would be an incredible, monumental, oh man. Anyway, all that being said, let's get into the new Dummy Kruger video that everyone's been asking me to show all morning. Yay! Here we go.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes place in yet another Social Security building located in Lake Mary, Florida. This one is a little bit different, as this man was allegedly there to actually inquire about disability services. The differences between him and the rest of the people looking for service from the SSA is that this gentleman has seemingly watched one too many First Amendment auditing videos, the results of which land him in handcuffs. Unfortunately for him, he hasn't watched any of my videos because he would know that Denver Metro Audits was just found guilty in federal court for recording in a building just like this. This one gets pretty wild, guys, so let's jump right in.
He's recording you.
Sure. You can't enforce it. Go ahead. I'll show you right here. Right here. Photograph for news purposes in lobbies. You can't enforce it. Go ahead and try it.
Okay. How can I help you?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It has really gotten that bad? Like, I knew that it's been getting worse and worse and worse with these idiots. But it's gotten that bad? They went from only reading the first sentence or two of poster 7 to now just saying, see, it says photographs, lobbies. What else do you need to know? Really? Really? Are you serious now? It's bad enough. I'm going to repeat that. I'm telling you, Leland, what you missed. So now they've given up trying almost completely. This guy walks into the post office, walks up to poster 7, and instead of doing what they all do and saying, well, it says right here, photographs for news purposes may be taken in lobbies, foyers, and corridors when done for public meetings, except for when blah, blah, and then skipping the rest. This guy walks up to poster 7 and say, look, see, it says right here, photographs, lobbies. See? 2 words. He doesn't even bother reading the entire first sentence. He just, hey, look, it says cameras and business. They're not even trying anymore. They just don't give a shit.
I want to try to get a doctor for my hand. See a doctor for disability.
Notice how he only read about 5 words from the entire statute, because the rest of it goes against his narrative.
Okay, I'm asking you to
Public
stop
building.
recording. I'm asking you to stop
Public
recording.
building. Call the cops. Public building. You're gonna get sued. I swear. What's your? Let me get that. I already got it. Thank you. You act like I can't get you. DHS.
Doesn't matter.
Badge number. I got it.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and have me arrested. See what happens. I dare you. So you know this is gonna go on YouTube. I'll send it to all the big.
You send it any way you want.
I'll send it to people I know that'll share it.
And share it they did. This video was found on Rogue Nation's YouTube channel, where he uploaded it without any commentary or context, so I can only surmise that Rogue believes this was an unlawful arrest. I happen to share an opposite opinion.
Public building, you can't enforce non-laws. It says it right there.
Actually, it says they can enforce it, but he only read the first 5 words, so I can understand the confusion.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I miss Nicody earlier? Is Nicody here? Hello, Nicody. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. As always, great to have you here. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Who else is here? Let's see. Luna Knights, Texas Tim, P. Barnes II, Care Bear. Yeah, I think I said hi. Mike Rules, Tanny, Parson 1122, Christopher O'Connor. Yes. I love you guys so much. Oh, you make my mornings happy time. And this guy, not this guy, the guy he's talking about is an idiot.
It begins to get heated really
What else is
fast,
new?
so let's jump right to that.
I'll try in a couple of days. I'll be here, buddy. All right, thank you.
I want you to put your hands on me. I dare you to put your hands on me.
Sir, you are not
Put your hands on me.
allowed-
Put
you
your
are
hands
not
on me.
allowed
Put your
inside.
hands on me. I dare you to touch me. You will go to jail. Put your hands on me.
My hands are right here.
You won't put your hands
You're
on me.
not allowed inside the office.
Touch me and see what
My
happens.
manager said that
That's
you are
fine.
not allowed
But I'm
inside
just
the office.
testing.
Step outside
I'm not moving.
into the hallway.
Put your hands on me. I dare
You're
you.
allowed to go into the hallway.
I dare you to touch me. You won't touch me. You won't do anything but move. You won't touch me. I dare you to touch me. Touch me. Do it. Come on. Bump me.
I'm not.
Bump me. I dare you. Do it. Touch me. Do it. I would love to sue you. Touch me.
Can I have somebody over here to witness, please?
I got it on camera. Touch me. I'm not touching you. Touch me. I will sue the out of you. I swear.
Oh, the irony is sometimes too hard to pass up. This man is purportedly there to get monetary assistance from the federal government, yet he apparently has enough money to sue the federal government. In addition, he is literally begging the guard to lay hands on him, while the guard is simply standing in front of him to deny him entry into the building. The police arrive on scene shortly.
Hey,
How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Step over here.
I'll step over there, but you touch me, you're going. I will
You're
sue
on
you.
video.
Step over there.
Fine.
Okay. Step over there.
I'm staying right here.
Step over there.
I don't have to go anywhere. I'm right here.
I'm giving you a lawful order. Step over there.
Tell me the law.
I'm giving you a
Tell
lawful
me
order.
the law. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Come here.
Thank you.
Come here.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
here.
you. I love this. I love it. Go ahead and drop me. Drop me. I dare you.
I'm not going to drop you.
Drop me. Go ahead and do something stupid. Do it. Do something stupid. I'm going to sue the fuck out of you. I love this. Viral video. Viral.
Sir, calm down.
No, I'm not. I ain't calm.
You just take it easy, man.
You don't want to see me on
I'm
phone.
giving you a lawful order. I need you to separate so I can get the story. You're causing a commotion in a federal building.
There is no lawful order.
I needed.
That's not law. Just because you say it's not a lawful
It
order.
is. You've been asked to leave, right?
Not just public building. Sorry.
You've been asked to leave.
Public
It
building.
doesn't matter. You've been asked
They
to
didn't
leave by
say leave.
demonstration.
The very first thing the manager did, shown on his own video, was tell him to leave.
He's recording you.
Sure.
His lawsuit is really looking worse and worse.
They didn't say leave. Public building, go ahead.
Yes.
I'll leave. You're gonna get sued. Thank you.
Okay, so I got.
You're gonna
The
get sued.
security officer saying he had to leave. so
You're
we
gonna
discussed
get
that in the morning.
sued. You're gonna get sued. Oh, I love this. Sued. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you. Thank you. Viral video. Thank you.
I would love to. How does his own words not make it clear as day that he was fishing for a lawsuit? Thank you. Thank you. This is what I wanted. Now I can sue you. How does that play in court? You weren't there to get services. You were fishing for a lawsuit.
I love this. Go ahead and force ID. I dare you to force ID.
We call that. What are you here for?
Give me a crime. Give me a crime. Give me a crime.
So I attempted to find out what he was charged with in the comments section of Rogue's video, but was mostly unsuccessful. This is the CFR that led to DMA's guilty verdict. I'm sure they could hit him with trespassing and or disorderly conduct at this point as well.
This is great. Thank you. I love you. Moron.
Relax, dude.
You're dumb. Dumbass pig.
As soon as somebody units case, I'm gonna get you in handcuffs, right?
I need a supervisor right now.
They're on their way.
Supervisor.
They're on the way.
Supervisor. I am relaxed. You don't want to see me unrelaxed.
Relax.
You don't want to see me unrelaxed.
Okay.
Supervisor now. I love this. Thank you. You're gonna go viral, bitch. You ever seen Furry Potato?
Relax.
You ever seen Rogue Nation?
Relax.
You ever seen Rice Krispie? You ever seen On Your Oath?
I gave you a lawful order to move over.
No, that's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order.
Public building.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
I'm a law enforcement officer.
No,
I'm investigating.
No, crime.
Okay. All right.
Crime.
Investigating a disturbance.
Crime.
That's all I have to have.
Crime. Public
process
building.
of investigating a disturbance.
Crime. Public building. Crime.
That doesn't matter, dude.
Yes, it does. Oh, I'm going to sue your ass.
That doesn't matter.
Unlawful detention. Oh, my God. You're getting sued.
So not only are these auditors going to eventually get some of our rights taken away, they are now getting their supporters arrested. He mentions the likes of Rice Krispie, Furry Potato, and Rogue Nation, who all have, or at least had at one point, large auditing channels. Their viewers take everything they say as gospel without fully understanding what they may be getting themselves into, like, for instance, in this case, a pair of torture cuffs and an evening in jail.
You're going to go viral.
Been doing this for 17 years.
Oh, that's
I started
great.
doing it before they needed to do that.
I'm a mechanic. You have no skills for anything.
Okay. Watch my glass. Well,
Cuff me. Thank you.
I just need to get this bag.
Don't take no searches, no seizures. No searches, no seizures. You're gonna get sued. Take my phone, I dare you.
Stop resisting.
You're getting sued. I'm not resisting.
Stop. Resist.
I'm not resisting.
Let go.
Let go.
Attention to
No.
your hands.
No.
Let go of your hands. You're
Stop
resisting
resisting.
right
No,
now.
I'm not
Stop
resisting.
resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Looks like we may be able to add resisting to his possible charges.
What I would suggest you do is just try to calm down.
I am calm.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
You just take it easy.
Calmer than you are.
I love this.
Oh, you're gonna walk with me?
Let's go. We can go. We can go.
Grab my glasses and that.
Don't erase my video. I just didn't want to. It's on video here.
I need to get a statement.
He's fragile. He's very fragile.
I did not know that.
So the video abruptly ended here. I wanted to point out a couple things before we go. Remember, he was there for an appointment, so even by the 5 words he read of the statute in regards to recording, he's not there for news purposes. Also, if we can take anything from the judge's verdict in the DMA case, he more than likely was able to record here, standing outside of the area where personal transactions were taking place. Once he entered through those doors, that's where the CFR would come into play. Saying that, these were not FPS officers, so the recording incident may be a moot point. After watching the video, I believe the arrest was not only lawful, but certainly warranted. He was asked to leave, but he refused. It certainly seemed, at least to me, he was acting disorderly and disrupting business. And to top off the trifecta, he looked to be resisting when they attempted to handcuff him and seize his cell phone. I'm really curious on how those government benefits are going now. Okay, guys, I think we'll wrap up the video here. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching today's video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, notifying, liking, and commenting below. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Round of applause for Dummy Kruger, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff as always. One more time for Dummy Kruger. All right. So, there we go. Another example of a butterbrain douche canoe illustrating the extreme butter of his brain. And this little punk always causing trouble. I didn't see, you keep saying that, Voodoo. I did not kidnap you. You are legitimately under house arrest for crimes against humanity. And you know it. And you have almost $200 million in back child support you owe. The baby, Voodoo. And we're gonna be dealing with that soon. You'll see. Your punk ass. Think you're a pimp. You ain't nothing, boy. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Salacious. You don't have to claim him. It's so yours. He looks just like you. Remember that embarrassing thing you did when I sewed up the part after stuffing you? You want me to tell everybody? I love it. Yes, Dummy Kruger is great. So what I wanted to point out and what I want to discuss from that video is this whole sort of idea that's been going around with these frauditors. And of course, like everything else, it's all just part of what they do because they're all idiots. And douche canoes and scumbags and every other insult you can think of is applicable. But it's the fact that, like, everything they do just further illustrates that they don't care about the things that they do. The hell does that mean? Well, that was a video from Rogue Nation's channel where he added no commentary. Therefore, that literally is, by law, a copyright violation by Rogue Nation. But because he's a pro frauditor, the guy whose video he used doesn't put a copyright claim on him. But when one of us uses one of their videos clearly within the grounds of fair use, they come after us. That proves that they don't actually care. If you actually cared, you would go after everybody that violates your copyright. If they just repost your video with no changes at all, that is a clear violation of copyright law. It's no question. But they never go after the pro frauditors who post their videos. And how many of them do? San Joaquin Valley. Almost this whole channel is based on doing that. There's a bunch of them. All these channels, News Now Omaha nowadays, they just post other people's videos with no editing, no commentary, nothing to put it within fair use. And every time you do that, it doesn't matter. Okay. If the person who owns the video doesn't file a copyright claim against you, it's like someone pressing charges. if they don't press charges, you're not going to get in trouble. But regardless of whether or not they actually file a claim against these people, just the fact that these people are doing that is a violation of copyright law. But they don't get called out on it because they're supporting them, which, again, proves, absolute proof, that these guys don't actually care. Because if they did, they wouldn't tolerate that nonsense. But they do tolerate it from their echo chamber. And what their echo chamber is doing is worse. Because what we do clearly falls under fair use. What they do clearly falls under copyright infringement. But that's okay because I agree with their opinion. So that makes it okay. Hypocrisy, stupidity, lack of empathy. What else can you say about these guys? That's oh man. People request that because okay, David, listen. Once again, and as always, and this is one of the reasons why it's so hard to talk to these guys, they never understand the point of what you're trying to say. You literally have to write a freaking book to explain in specific detail every minute point of everything. You can't just say something. You can't just say something and they'll understand what you said. Because if you say, hey guys, look, I'm sitting on a chair, they'll say, so what are you saying? That you're not sitting on a table? No, I'm saying I am sitting on a chair. Oh, I get it. I get it. You're saying that there's no bones in ice cream. What the hell are you talking about? I'm saying I'm sitting in a chair. Listen to what I'm saying, not what you think you're interpreting it as. I'm saying it's not about whether or not they give these people permission to use their stuff. Obviously, that's why they're not filing complaints against these guys. What I'm pointing out is the hypocrisy, because you talk about a bigger channel. Well, what if an anti-frauditor that has 50,000 subs is playing a video from a frauditor that has 600 subs? Why are they going to go after him if they want their video on a larger platform? Because they disagree. That's my point. They only put up copyright strikes against people who are not part of their echo chamber. Lens lickers. Sheep. Crayon munchers. Butterbrain. Douche. Canoes. That being said, it's time to cheer everybody up. I'm going to throw in a happy dance just because it's been a while. All right. Thank you so much. They only care about their own pyramid schemes. Yes. It's all about the money. That's right. Blackheart Knight says, Tanu's not voodoo. Shut your frauditor pie hole, you butterbrain douche canoe, and pay your damn child support. Yes. I love it. Oh, you guys are the best. I love my audience. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here. You know what? Speaking of which, that reminds me, sometimes I forget to turn this on once in a while. All right, now let's get to the next video. I want to show some Frauditor troll. Hey guys, before I play this, let me ask you something. Is Josh sick? Because I've noticed his last couple of videos, his voice doesn't sound right to me at the beginning.
Video, we'll be taking a look at a body cam footage of Floyd getting arrested. Now, I'm sure this video is old, but I've never seen it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't either. And it's really interesting to see the body cam footage because you see what the officers are seeing. Usually, Floyd will never tell in his videos that he is either making a fist or reaching behind.
Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a true celebrity in the house. The one and only Mrs. Schrodinger's cat is here. Another round of applause for Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. Yes, 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 yes. And a happy dance just for her. All right. Which also reminds me, see, Cupcake, I keep telling you, you have to tell me what time, because I know every day, right before you go into work, you pull up this show on your phone and wait till you see a happy dance so that you'll have a good mood when you walk in. Well, you got to give me an approximate time so that I know when to throw you a happy dance. Well, just in case you're watching right now, I'll throw you one right now for you. There you go. All right. Thank you very much. I got the best fans in the world. You guys are the best. In our community, you're the queen. Your husband was the king and you're the queen. That's all there is to it. You weren't. It's not something that you chose. You've been ordained by fate. Dag nabbit. There you go. We love you is what I'm trying to tell you.
Behind his back for possibly a weapon. So now we get the entire truth. With that being said, enjoy the video.
On April 29th, 2021, officers were dispatched for a suspicious-looking man wearing a ski mask that was hiding in the bushes outside a correction center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The man was identified as a 28-year-old Floyd Wallace.
Why you're hanging out over the Carver Center, just hiding behind the bushes?
Oh yeah, Troll's right. This has been around for a long time. In fact,
Can you show me your hand, man?
I think this is one that Schrodinger covered.
I got a taser right here. Okay. Show me your hand. Show me your hand, buddy.
He doesn't do this anymore. He just decided to become a...
So Floyd is doing his usual, trying to become a martyr trick, hiding in the bushes with a ski mask. And at this moment, it's not even apparent that he is recording. So the officers have no indication whatsoever that this is just a stunt for YouTube. They have no idea.
You got ID on you?
Go away.
Go away. Why are you bugging the folks over there?
Go away.
Huh?
Go away.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. You got your info on you? You got an ID?
Go away.
I don't have to go away. I'm here to investigate an incident, dude.
Yes.
So what's going on?
And yes, that's where he ran to Thailand to become a passport pro.
Are you all right?
Go away, dude.
I'm here to see why you're hiding behind the bushes. Huh?
See, let me tell you something, guys. That's one of the things that's hilarious about that whole thing. And I said it at the time when he first announced that he was going to become a passport bro. It's like, okay, listen. Just first of all, real quick, in case anyone doesn't know what passport bro means, there's this idea that women in this is the idea behind it. The idea is that the women in this country in general aren't trying to get married and raise a family. They're worried about their careers. They're worried about their independence. They're worried about this and that and the other thing, which is great and fine or whatever. But again, this is not me saying this. This is the philosophy of the passport bro movement. The idea behind that movement is that women in this country don't care about getting married and raising a family. So if you're a man who that's what you want to get married, you want to raise a family, and you want your wife to be a mother and to take care of your children and to take care of you and this and that you have to go to a different country where the women in that country are traditional. And Thailand, in particular, is specifically where you go. Now, there are people who dig deeper into it and they go to rural China. You can't go to the big cities in China because those girls are just like American girls, except they're Chinese. But in rural China, you can find traditional women. But anyway, Thailand is the big one. The idea is if you go to Thailand, that's where you could find really serious traditional women that if you fall in love with a woman there and she falls in love with you and you get married, she will be a wife and a mother first. So some guys went there and met girls and fell in love and it worked out. So now people like Floyd think, oh, cool. It's like they just give away free women. You just hop on an airplane, fly to Thailand, get off the plane, and a woman will be like, oh, I want to marry you. And then you just grab her, marry her, and bring her back to the States. Like, he gets there, and then he finds out it doesn't quite work like that. There has to be a courtship. There has to be a relationship. Hey, you want to date me? I'm an American. Why would I want to date you? What do you do? Well, I run around trying to get shot on purpose by cops, and I film it for my stupid YouTube channel. Why would I want to marry you again? Well, because I like making videos of cops. What the hell are you talking about? Get out of my country. Go back to America, you dipshit. Anyway, well, the problem is he thought they were in Thailand, and then he got there and found out it doesn't quite work that way. Oh, man. There are some places where, just in general, the population of women outnumbers the men, so there are more women available. But that doesn't mean that they're just lined up outside of the airport waiting for someone to get off the plane to marry them right away. And a lot of these passport bros, if you actually read about the real ones in real life where it did work, a lot of them moved to Thailand. Like that's where they live now. And started a family there. These guys think that you just go to Thailand, get off the plane, grab a woman, and she's going to marry you, and you bring her back to the States and have a beautiful family with a wonderful wife that takes care of you and the kids. It doesn't work that way. It's like there's like the government of Thailand is standing there with a box full of ladies. An American gets off. Are you American? Yeah, here's your wife. Go. Have a nice day. Fly back home. People are dumb. People are dumb, 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 stupid, and dumb. Anyway, that's enough of that crap. I've seen that video so many times. Oh, that guy. This is a newer one. I wanted to cover this the other day, and I didn't get around to it. And then KFAR covered it. So I decided, you know what? I'll just show KFAR's video of it. And we'll talk about it. This is amazing because this is, and he calls this, is this the new Daryl Brooks? And this is a woman who's a sovereign citizen. And you'll see she gets so nuts, like kind of like with Daryl Brooks, they had to like remove him from the room. And this is just a sentencing hearing. She's already been through trial. She's already been found guilty by a jury. And she gets so crazy with her sovereign citizen nonsense, they literally have to strap her down. You'll see. This video is nuts. These sovereign citizens are out of their damn minds. They're not just stupid, butterbrain douche canoes. They're lunatics.
All right, what can I say? I was supposed to take the day off. It's 11:50 p.m. Close enough. So I was supposed to take the day off because my 10K live stream was yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, I earned a day off. And then old Squishy Gardner had to drop a sovereign citizen Karen in court that, well, you'll know when you know. That's when I'll probably talk the most, is when that happens. It's something that I had to do regularly when I worked at the jail. And I had to do it a lot myself simply because the people I worked with were afraid to touch people. Don't know why. It was COVID time. I was a healthier individual. I didn't really care much, but you'll know when you know. Enjoy.
Okay, let's go to the Blackshire matter. Shana Marie Blackshire. Date and time set for sentencing. And this is in CR 22209.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Caleb Wagner on behalf of the state.
No, come on out. This is the date and time set for sentencing. The record show the presence of the defendant. Our advisory counsel is here. And Mr. Wagner, are you appearing before the state?
Yes.
This is the date and time set for sentencing. Good.
Excuse me, how you doing?
No, I'm talking now. Listen to me. Is your true name and your complete name Shana Marie Blackshire?
The court lacked jurisdiction over the subject matter.
What is your date of birth?
The court lacked jurisdiction over the subject matter.
The court will accept the court, based upon a verdict by the guilty in this case.
The court lacked jurisdiction over personal addiction.
As a result of a jury trial, the court finds the defendant is guilty in CR 22209. Count 1, unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a class 5 felony. This is in violation of ARS 28624C, ARA.
Y'all cannot force me to get sentenced.
Yes, I can. ARS 28622, ARS 28622.01, A1, 28624C, 283001, 283304, 283305, 283315, 13701, 702, and 801. The date of the offense was on or about February 5th, 2022. The offense is non-dangerous, and I'm finding it non-repetitive for reasons I'll state on the record. Count three, that she is guilty of count 3, criminal damage, a class 1 misdemeanor. It's in violation of ARS 13-1602A1, 13-1601, 13-707, 13-802. And she's also guilty of count 4, burglary in the second degree. This is a class 3 felony in violation of ARS 13-1507A, 13-1501, 701, and 702, and 13-801. The date of the offense was on or about February 5th, 2022.
Now, this whole time he's reading all of the charges. I mean, we're 3.5 minutes into it, and he's not done with her rap sheet yet. Oh, poor, sweet, innocent little girl being mistreated by the mean old bailiffs.
Judgment of the court that she's guilty of count 5, resisting arrest, a class 6 felony in violation of ARS 13-2508, A1, 13-701, 702, and 13-801. The date of the offense was on or about February 5, 2020.
Excuse me, advisor. Why is they allowed to do such things?
2022. The offenses are non-dangerous and non-repetitive. The reason I'm finding them, is the microphone off, Louis? By the way, turn it off.
Excuse me, that's illegal. Y'all can't
All right.
do that.
No, that's on now. Turn it
Yes,
off.
it is, Justin.
All right. So the offenses are non-dangerous. I'm finding them I'm finding you're your own lawyer. He's not your lawyer. He's nothing can do it. I'm finding that they're non-repetitive because I believe that these cases, all of the charges in this case and in CR 2022-208, which is the prior case for which the defendant was convicted, these cases all of those charges could have been brought together and tried together, but they weren't. I'm not criticizing the decision. It is what it is. It happened for independent reasons, but I'm finding that they are not repetitive. All right. So, Mr. Wagner, do you want to be heard on behalf of the state?
I do, Your Honor.
And if the victims wish to be heard, we have victims here in the courtroom, a victim, I think, I'm not sure.
No, Your Honor. She's outlasted the victim.
She outlasted the victim. Do you wish to be heard?
The victims have had to return back to their homes in Oregon, and they're not here, which is a detriment to them. They had as much a right to be here as she did for sentencing, but she is her own attorney, and she's drugged us out long enough that the victims aren't here to give a statement today.
Right, so y'all can't do that. Y'all cannot force me. Y'all can't sentence me like this.
Ms. Blackshire, I believe that these are repetitive and that she should be subject to the Category 2 repetitive offender statute. She committed these crimes. She was taken into custody for the first crimes, the 208, Your Honor. She was taken into custody for 208. She made bond and was released on bond. And then she committed these separate offenses while on felony pretrial release.
I just want to make clear, to save your words, I do intend to impose the enhancement of 2 years for the crimes being committed while on release. So I just want to.
All right, thank you.
If there was any confusion about that, I wanted to straighten it out. I apologize for interrupting you, but I thought it was something to clarify.
Okay, so just for those who are keeping score, following along at home, she's already been convicted by a jury. This is her sentencing hearing. But because of her sovereign citizen nonsense, she's been stretching this case out for so long that the victims of her crimes, if she just got a minor traffic ticket, there wouldn't be any victims. The victims of her crimes had to go back home. They were taking way too much time off of work waiting for this nutbag to stop screaming and hooping and hollering and acting like a sovereign idiot. A sov-idiot. So she's already been found guilty. She's convicted of a crime. The judge is going over the list of her crimes and asking the prosecution before he does sentencing for their opinion about it. And what he just pointed out is that, what's up, Captain Happy? Good to see you. What he just pointed out is that one of the crimes that she was convicted of committing, she committed while on release from another crime. You know, kind of like a probation violation type deal, which in and of itself is another charge that she was convicted of. That's why the judge is saying, when I decide what her sentence is going to be, I'm not treating it like she's a repeat offender. What do you think about that? And the prosecutor's saying, I don't know. I think you should treat this like a repeat offender. Yeah, the victims would be here to tell you that. But because she's playing her sovereign citizen word games for the last 2 years, they couldn't just sit around and wait. She's already been convicted, so they had to go home. I'm telling you, I think that you should do the sentencing like you're sentencing a repeat offender, because she is a repeat offender. But I have to pause it and explain all this because she won't shut her trap long enough for any of these guys to have a conversation. Talking about jurisdiction, this jurisdiction, maritime law, stupid, gold fringe, conspiracy nonsense.
This is illegal.
I believe that
the crimes you
it's
committed
more than
were
warranted.
illegal.
She was sentenced. Those were separate cases. She was released from those cases, and she committed the new case. Not only did she commit these crimes separately from the other crimes, these crimes significantly, especially the burglary, I believe substantially affected the victim.
Okay, this is something I've always been curious about. She's going to be in jail for the rest of her life, costing us millions. So do you think we should institute the death penalty for theft and burglary? Like, yeah, it costs us money to keep them alive, but we also get, I see prisoners cleaning the roads and stuff. Yeah, they get paid for their work, but they usually spend it in the commissary or on drugs. So I don't know, man. I have no idea what she's even accused of. Well, again, she's not accused of anything. She's already been found guilty. That's not an accusation. She's guilty. This is the sentencing hearing. Right now, they're discussing the burglary that she was convicted of, among the other 782,000 crimes that the judge read off at the beginning that she's been accused of. Again, yes, he just read all the numbers of the statutes that apply, so we don't know specifically those crimes. Because again, the jury already did the guilty verdict. That's when they read off each individual crime, right? For the crime of blah, 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 the jury finds you guilty. Or for the crime of blah, 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 they find you not guilty, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, we don't know. But again, as you listen, the picture starts to build. So now we know that there was burglary involved. We know that there was a crime that she was committing while she was on probation involved. We know that there was a resisting arrest involved. We know that there was a disorderly conduct involved. We know there was an attempted assault on an officer involved. All of those things have already come about. Let's see what else they happen to mention. If you could hear all this over her yapping the whole time.
The victim, the owner of the property at Morningstar Ranch, yes, she was burglarized before. No real property was taken from there. As you heard, you sat through both trials. But in this case, in this burglary here, count count 4, Your Honor. The defendant confronted the victim at her home and has substantially affected the way the victim feels about her safety and security at the home, which I think is very important, Your Honor, to acknowledge that.
I'm sorry. I'm getting, what's that? No, I'm talking to you. Why are you taking her up? You're not, okay.
I don't want to be in here.
Staying in. Oh, you're bringing the chair in. Okay.
All right, so we had to suffer through her just talking nonsense. Judge Simpson wouldn't have dealt with that. Judge Slavin wouldn't have dealt with that. Judge Manning wouldn't have dealt with that. Judge Doro from Darrell Brooks' case definitely wouldn't have dealt with that. Judge Middleton would have been like, no go, right off when she started yelling. Now here comes the fun. In the words of Anakin Skywalker, here's where the fun begins. They're bringing out the chair. The judge didn't ask for it, but for the safety of everyone, they just took it upon themselves to chair her, which is always interesting. Here we go.
I apologize, Mr.
That's fine, Your Honor.
I was getting signals from the defense.
That's fine. I also would point out to the court that the unlawful flight from law enforcement.
I stand by. Apparently they're gonna restrain her and bring her back in.
Refamiliarize me in the email about what that is.
Thank you. All right. All right. Defendant is back. You may continue, Mr. Webb.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would also point out to the court that count 1, the unlawful flight from law enforcement, and count 5, the resisting arrest counts, are not in any way connected with the prior the 208 case. They're separate victims there. These are definitely separate incidents. The state the state would argue that as well for count 4, the burglary, Your Honor.
No, I'm not relaxing up in the legal field. The court lacks jurisdiction over the subject matter. Y'all don't have no right, get this shit off of me.
If I could have just a second, Your Honor.
I ain't never been fighting with y'all.
What's the statutory reference to the 2-year enhancement? I can't remember that.
It is, I'm sorry, Your Honor, it is 708D. And I don't know that I made that entirely clear, but it just, whatever the sentence, the court prescribes, each sentence gets a 2-year enhancement.
Is that ARS 13-707?
Yes, I'm sorry, ARS 13-708.
But not as to the misdemeanor, obviously.
Not as to the misdemeanor. I concur with the misdemeanor assessment that probation had, that it's just time served in the county jail, that she's already fulfilled more than the requirement for that. I agree that the presumptive terms are warranted in the other cases as well, Your Honor. I would point out that the jury during the aggravation phase, the jury found 4 aggravators. They found 4 aggravators. We have no mitigators here that I can see. Even with all of that, I would still ask for the presumptive terms as a category 2 repetitive offender with the enhancements for the 13708D. I think that these charges probably would be warranted to run concurrent with each other, but I do feel that they should run consecutive to the defendant's prior case. She caused more harm and more emotional stress to the victim, the owner of the property, and then we have separate victims as to the resisting arrest charge and the fleeing from law enforcement charge, Your Honor. I don't have anything more to add than that, and there's no victims present. There's some representatives, some neighbors, some people from the Morningstar Ranch that are still living in the area. They're present here today just to watch, I suppose.
Very well. Thank you very much. All right, the court imposes a sentence as follows. As to count 1, unlawful flight, a class 5 felony, the court, as I said, finds the offense to be non-repetitive, non-dangerous. The court imposes the presumptive term of 1.5 years in the Arizona Department of Corrections. The court imposes an additional 2 years sentencing enhancement because this offense was committed while the defendant was on pretrial release, and that's pursuant to ARS 13708D. So the total sentence as to count 1, class 5 felony, is 3.5 years. As to count 2, this is the misdemeanor criminal damage. The court imposes a sentence of time served. As to count 4, again, the court finds this to be non-dangerous and non-repetitive. This is burglary in the 2nd degree, class 3 felony. The court imposes the presumptive term of 3.5 years. The court also imposes the sentencing enhancement pursuant to 13708D of 2 years. So the total offense level, the total sentence for count 4 is 5.5 years. As to count 5, resisting arrest, it's a class 6 felony, non-dangerous, non-repetitive. The court imposes the presumptive sentence of 1 year. The court further imposes the sentencing enhancement as required by law under ARS 13708D for 2 years, for a total of 3 years as to count 5. The court further designates that the sentence imposed on counts 1 and 5 are to run concurrent with each other. That is the unlawful flight and the resisting arrest. The sentences in counts 1 and 5 are to run concurrent with each other. The sentence imposed on counts 1 and 5 are to run consecutive to the sentence imposed on count 4, which was 5.5 years as to burglary in the 2nd degree. So the sentence imposed on counts 1 and 5 is to run consecutive to count 4. The court imposes the sentence imposed on count 4 in this case, which is burglary in the 2nd degree of 5.5 years, is to run consecutive to the sentence that was imposed in case number CR 22208. Right, so the sentence imposed as to count 4 in this particular case is to run consecutive to the sentence imposed in case number CR 22208. That's because this defendant was released in the prior case, 22-208, when it was a justice court case. She was released when she posted bond on July 7th, 2021. She failed to appear and a warrant was issued for your arrest on October 20th, 2021. The events in this particular case are alleged to have occurred, I believe, on February 5th, 2022. So the events that happened at the Morningstar Ranch that were the subject of 22-208 are alleged to have occurred on the dates those were alleged to have occurred back on June 12th, 2021. So the prior case, the burglary, alleged to have occurred on June 12th, 2021. The fraudulent schemes in 22-208 was alleged to have occurred on or about July 6th. She was found guilty of that by the jury. So she was charged with that case, released, went out and committed basically new offenses relating to the same properties. For those reasons, the court runs the sentence on count 4 consecutive to the sentence imposed in case number CR 22-208. You got all that? I think. All right. Any bonds are posted, are not exonerated. They will be subject of a justice court forfeiture action or a forfeiture action in this court, as whatever the case may be. So the bonds are not exonerated, but any warrants are quashed. Following the prison sentence, the defendant is to serve a term for community supervision of 1 day for every 7 days of the sentence imposed. Did you wish to, well, I'm not going to ask you whether you wish to address the court. You've clearly indicated you're not capable of doing that and following the rules of the court. You have the right to appeal the judgment of the court. If you wish to appeal, you must file a written notice of your intent to appeal, and you must do that within 15 days of today's date. Otherwise, you will lose that right. Ms. Blackshire, do you wish the court to appoint an attorney to represent you on the appeal? No, he will not be representing you on the appeal. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you on the appeal? If you cannot afford to pay one, the court will pay the cost of an attorney to represent you on appeal. That will include the cost of the lawyer's legal fees and legal costs. You will not have to pay anything. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you on the appeal? No. Appeals are specialized actions, and Court of Appeals is very sticky with their rules. They're very strict, and this is a real specialty with someone who knows how to write good appeals. I met with you before when you were here before, and we met not in chambers, but in the holding cell area. It's all on the record, what I'm referring to. And I advised you that it really is in your best interest, I believe, to have a lawyer represent you on appeal. And you indicated at that time that you don't want a lawyer to represent you on appeal. I'd really encourage you to do it. I think it's in your best interest, but it's your choice. Okay. You're excused. You're remanded to the custody of the sheriff to be delivered to the Arizona Department of Corrections to fulfill a sentence. What? Hold on a second. What?
How much time did he give you? You just said a whole bunch of numbers.
Yeah, you can take them. You're excused. Thank you. Good luck. All right. I'm not having the defendant step forward to sign for notification of her rights and to sign the judgment in this particular case. She's consistently throughout all the proceedings in the justice court and in this court as to whenever required to do so or asked to do so, refused to sign anything. So that would be fruitless to ask her to do that. But the record will reflect that I've advised her of her right to appeal, the right to have an attorney represent her on appeal. And
we'll say this. The one thing she said that made sense to me was at the very end when she's like, okay, so how long are you locking me up for? All you said was a bunch of numbers. And it is true. If you weren't like taking notes, it's like, well, on this count, you get this amount of time, but then on this count, you get that amount of time, but those are going to be concurrent sentences, but then we're going to do consecutive sentences with this number, but then we're going to add concurrent to that because you got so many damn charges. You needed a freaking calculator to keep up. But I don't think ultimately it is that long. Maybe, yeah, between 5 and 7 years, it sounds like, because of the concurrent sentences. Just in case anyone here doesn't quite understand what I'm talking about, like, let's say you commit 4 different crimes and you're found guilty on all 4 of them. And 2 of them have a 5-year maximum sentence. So the judge says, for crime number 1, I'm going to give you 5 years. For crime number 2, I'm going to give you 5 years. Consecutive would mean you're going to jail for 10 years. 5 for this crime and then 5 for that crime. Concurrent means you're going to do 5 years total. This is a 5-year sentence. This is a 5-year sentence. We're putting them together for a 5-year sentence. As opposed to 2 consecutive sentences, 10 years. 2 concurrent sentences, only 5 years total. So because basically it looks like she was convicted of 4 different things, and he did 2 consecutive sentences where he took each of the 2 crimes, put them into concurrent sentences, and then made those 2 consecutive to each other. So what that totals out to, it is kind of difficult to say. Unless I go back and watch it again. And I'm not going to. Ow! Jerks. They're always coming. Ah! News Now Voodoo sent them with the crows. I knew it. Tell me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, finally, the video I've been waiting for since he teased it yesterday, the new News Now NME video. I've been very curious to see what this video was going to say ever since he mentioned it yesterday. It's only 3 minutes long. Let's see what we got.
When initially exposed to First Amendment frauditors, a lot of people be like,
I just imagined it's the most boring thing, and I started watching it. I was like, wow, this is great.
Oh yeah, positivity, yeah.
What goes on here, if you're a little bit confused? If you're new to this channel, if you've randomly stumbled across this while browsing on your homepage, well, that's fantastic for me, and you're probably wondering, what the is going on? Who is this British man, and why is he holding some paper? And why is he acting like a bit of a cock?
In 2009, researchers out of the University of Chicago published a paper titled Atypical Empathic Responses in Adolescents with Aggressive Conduct Disorder, a Functional MRI Investigation. It's an extremely accurate title, albeit not a particularly catchy one. The study consisted of 2 groups of adolescents. The first group had aggressive conduct disorder, which is a roundabout way of saying that they were bullies. Their conduct included the sort of things that you would expect, like starting fights and stealing from their victims. There was also a control group of similarly aged adolescents that did not have this condition. Both groups were hooked up to an fMRI and showed various video clips of people being injured. It was an extension of previous research performed earlier that year by the same team that showed children are naturally empathetic towards people in pain. In that first study, when children aged 7 to 12 saw someone accidentally injured, the MRI showed activity in the portion of their brain that registers pain. They were essentially feeling that person's pain. When they saw someone who was intentionally hurt by another person, their social interaction and moral reasoning centers lit up. This is pretty much what you would expect from a person with some level of empathy, and it was the same response that the control group in the second study had when watching the clips. The bullies, however, reacted in a completely different way. When the bullies saw a video of someone being intentionally injured by another person, their amygdala and ventral striatum were activated. This is the part of the brain responsible for reward processing, indicating that the sight of pain being inflicted on another person was a pleasurable and rewarding experience for them. The methodology was good, and the results are more than just a little bit compelling, even if their sample size was small. However, what did we actually learn? All of that research leads to the final conclusion that bullies enjoy hurting other people. But, I mean, didn't we already know that? If they had a typical empathetic response to seeing other people in pain instead of enjoying it, they probably wouldn't go around hurting people, would they?
I'm a pepper spray you right now.
Just letting you know, you know.
She spit in my face.
I have blood in my face. Okay. She spit me on my face. She spit me on my face. Face. She spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face. She spit in my face. She spit in my face. She spit in my face.
Gets a $500,000.
All right. Thank you. That was great news now, enemy. Wonderful. And I love Simon Whistler, and it's nice watching him break these people down, even though he didn't know he was doing it. Love that video. That was great stuff. Glad we watched it. Glad we shared it all here today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please don't forget that going forward, I have, as many of you are well aware, a show on this very channel that happens every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and the Frauditors Network as my co-host. The Saturday Night Snafu this weekend. Our special guest, SMR Lab 777. And then the Saturday after that, May 20th, Professor Crack from the Idiopathic Truth. And then on May 27th, Takedown Exposing Frauditors will be with us. And then on June 3rd, according to Asia. That's right. And then on June 10th, the leader of the Trope Patrol, Frauditor Wrangler. June 17th, News Now Voodoo versus Blackheart Knight, Part 2. And then on June 24th, KTZ. July 1st, Welsh News Network, Dan and Becca are both going to be here. July 8th, Debo's Nation. July 15th, our guest is going to be Miss Mandy 777. July 27th, Mark, the sarcastic law student. And then we're wrapping up the month of July 29th, with the one and only, the Queen, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. We got ourselves a great lineup of guests coming up on the Saturday show. So definitely keep in touch, keep in tune, stay tuned, stay watching. I love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. Thank you so much for joining me every day. Love spending my mornings with you guys. Thank you. And I'm going to give you one last happy dance for the day. All right. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Oh, wait a minute. What? 5 p.m. on Saturday in the spring and summer is a problem for you or in general? Huh. I don't know. What you trying to say, pal? Huh? We'll figure it out together, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys, as always. Oh, yeah, love you guys. And we're all shook up.